because I thought I hit go live, and apparently I didn't.
Ah, they can hear us bantering and babbling. I
Yeah, I
presume,
know.
yes. I love it.
We're
That's what
just
makes it so much
bantering and
fun.
stuff right now.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole show. Ramblings, musings. We're just rambling and prattling,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get everything loaded. Oh, speaking of which, Nostrovia. Grab a drink, everybody. Might as well have one. We are. Believe me, it helps. After about 8 or 10, we're
Okay.
kind of like 90
Hey, we're
Coronas.
live on YouTube now.
All right, I went. Is that us there in the corner? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
there we be. Live now. Okay, click on the thingy. Hey, go to my page. Why didn't it go to... Oh, speaking of which, this way. There it goes.
Um,
Volume, no volume.
la la la. What?
Hey,
Huh?
everybody, don't forget to like and share the pages while we're trying to figure out which hand to grab our derriers with. If you don't mind, I'll do this one on Twitter because, well, I'm on Twitter. Hi, everybody on Twitter. Come
Yeah,
log
you do
in.
Twitter.
Musings,
I'm doing
ramblings, and
MeWe real
stuff.
quick.
All right, close that back down. And thank you. And who have we in? Hey, Mike Yehudi. Mike,
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 Mike.
Mike, 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 Mike. Hello, brother. All right, I shall be bouncing between the two. All right,
Yay.
sounds off. Where did you go, my dear? I lost you. I lost you.
What do you mean you lost me?
Thou art.
Why'd you lose me? I'm right here. All right, I'm going to
Cool.
start the music.
Fire's up, darling. Rock and roll, baby.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ain't You a Peach?
Good evening. How are you, my dear? You doing well this night?
Other than the crap that I don't want to talk about tonight, but
We shan't then. That's
yeah,
why ramblings,
we're
musings.
gonna do a funny show tonight.
That means we have mirrors on, right? So they can see the video. Okay, well that should give them something to laugh at then. We'll be good. We should be off to a rolling, arousing, raucous start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Of course, I try
So,
not to. It gives me
what'd you
headache.
do all week?
As little as I possibly could. No, I was a good boy. I mowed the lawn earlier in the week. It's going to be, I need to do it again tomorrow. But trimmed the hedges, diddly dicked around in the house.
Did you
There
get
it
you
is. I did
some?
have it in here.
Did you get you some margaritas?
I had some, let's see, today is Saturday, Thursday. I still have about 3/4 of a half gallon. Boy,
What's
for
in
some
your
reason they were
cup?
kind of like acidy when I went to sleep that night. I was into
Ooh.
I do imitation Tums. I'm cheap. Old school
So it
baking
kind of
soda.
mixed with it and
I have
made
a
you
little
kind
shot
of
glass
trip.
that's about 3 inches tall. I put about a good shot of water in it, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, swizzle that thing up.
Mm-hmm.
Kills something.
Interesting.
Natural. And a whole lot cheaper than Tums because you can get a whole box of baking soda for 49, 25 to 49 cents, depending on where you go.
Uh-huh.
And you, how was your week? Aren't you back at the war again? Are you not?
Oh yeah, I'm still working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are or are not?
I am, but I mean it's still not to 100 capacity. So I mean it's
It's going to take a couple of days.
Oh, it's gonna
that's
take a
cool.
while. I mean, I've been back at it for 2 weeks now, and it's like one day there's work, next day there's a little. It just kind of up and down, up and down. So,
Up and down,
yeah.
down and up. My
Yeah.
sister does transcription work as well. So I can empathize with you in that regard. It's a sometimes it's feast, sometimes it's famine, and then other times it's like, wow. I don't remember if she does medical or if hers is courtroom. I'm pretty sure she's done medical as well. So she knows
I know courtroom's
all
a
the
lot different because courtroom they
terms.
use shorthand. You remember the old shorthand where you're only writing little bits and pieces. You're not
Right, shorthand was with scrawl or scribble.
right, right.
Right.
hmm I learned that in
I
school,
heard
but I couldn't tell you a thing about it now.
I heard ding dings. Was that something that I don't have turned off, or is that somebody talking to us?
I
Must be
didn't hear
somebody
any
talking.
ding
I see
ding.
Timmy's in there. Hola, Timmy, my friend. Yeah, shorthand used to be a thing back in school that they
Okay.
taught. Oh, 70s ish.
Yeah.
But with the advent of dictation machines, they no longer do that. I think everything's pretty much in one's ear, and then you gals that type 443,000 words per minute to my little two finger going C. That's S. E. Yeah, okay, ease up on that line. Yeah, I tried to get in one of those 900 chats one time with this gal. I had this really hot and flowery paragraph typed. Of course, it took me 45 minutes, and she had left after about three. But man, if she would have just hung around.
Yep.
Hey,
I hear
Rocky's
ya.
with us. Hi, honey. So we got Timmy and Rocky. Hey, guys. So are you in one room? You want me to cover the other one? I see
I'm
you
going.
talking
I'm
to the
kind of
tune.
flipping back and forth, so it doesn't really
That's what I've been doing. I've been forth and backing. So if you
matter.
want one, I'll take the other, and then that way
It
nobody will
does
be.
not matter. I kind of like flipping back and forth.
All right. Well, you
I'm a
flip
flipper.
back and forth, my dear, and I shall join you in the same because I don't want our fine folks that listen to us
Right?
ramble, prattle, and babble to feel left out in the cold. We are not the guys that come on a different channel in the mornings that don't read interactions with the listeners.
We'll
Not
leave
to say
them
that we're in
nameless.
MeWe too.
We'll
I
leave
guess
them
I could jump
nameless.
over to the MeWe room, but hey, well, let's
Yeah.
see we get to this thing like we normally do in the evening,
Yes,
shall
it's
we?
time for the daily hello.
Good evening, my fellow. Ain't you a peachers? And happy Saturday. It's the 151st day, not like the Bacardi, but it is 151, with 215 remaining. Today is National Hole in My Bucket Day, and this wacky holiday is honor of the fun children's song, There's a Hole in My Bucket. The song, which has its origins in 1700s Germany, is about a back and forth conversation between Henry and Liza. Henry needs to fix his leaky bucket, and each stanza he asks Liza for advice. In the end, he needs a bucket to carry the water. To repair his bucket. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza. You
So
don't
that's
remember
where
that?
that song came from, huh?
That's where that song come from. It's also a Loomis Day, and that recognizes a man who received the patent for the wireless telegraph. So instead of having copper wire strung from here to eternity and back, he got a patent for the wireless version of it. In 1872, the Washington, D.C. dentist Mulan Loomis received U.S. patent number 1,209, let's see, 129,971, titled An Improvement in Telegraphing on Wireless Telegraph. And that was in, like I said, 1872, beating Giuliano Marconi's United Kingdom patent by nearly 25 years. And just a little side history note, if memory serves right, please don't quote it. I have terminal CRS. If it serves right, Marconi is credited with first inventing the radio. But you figure our boy here, Mulan, had the wireless, so wireless is wireless. So Bluetooth's been around a lot longer than you think. It's
Hmm.
also National Creativity Day. Unleash your imagination, whether you're an artist, a writer, a writist. Yeah, there you go. A writer, a musician, a filmmaker, a blogger, a photographer, a graphic artist, or any one of the other 100 creative personalities. I presume us babbling behind a mic also qualifies as a creativity. Anyway, the world today is going to celebrate our creativity. On a serial note, yeah, with cornflakes. On a serious note, today is World Multiple Sclerosis Day. I have a friend, TR, here in town who has MS, poor gal. As one of the most common diseases of the central nervous system, multiple sclerosis impacts more than 2.3 million people worldwide. The term multiple sclerosis means many scars, and this term relates to the areas that appear on the brain and spinal cord after the myelin, that's Myelin, covering our nerves, is damaged or dies. The damaged myelin leaves a lesion behind, hence the name many scars, multiple sclerosis. Now, here's one we can do for sure. It's a National Mint Julep Day, and a classic mint julep is made with a mint leaf. I guess that's better than cannabis leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Tell who wants wet leaves. Bourbon, sugar, and water. It's believed that the mint julep originated down south in sometime during the 18th century down here in the South, y'all. It's also National Water a Flower Day, and that recognizes a season for caring for our gardens and plants.
I watered my
What
plant
do
right before I came
lawyers?
up here.
Oh, you're such a good girl. What do lawyers and sperm have in common? Well, one in about 3 million has a chance of becoming human. Ouch. I hope it's a great day, everybody.
So did you watch the liftoff?
Um, Brad hit me up needing a lift, and we were diddly diddling around. And when I got back in there, it had already was in the air. But I've been on the channel all day waiting for that sucker to go up, and I
Uh,
watched the booster rocket come down and land. That's so cool.
yeah. It was pretty
I loved
interesting.
it. Yeah, isn't that
I
great? Now
think
we got
that
two boys. Did you see their uniforms?
they were, yes, they were nice
They
compared to
look
what
like
they.
something out of either Star Wars or
Yeah, they
something
were
like you
very
would see out of a
slim.
sci-fi movie.
They were slim compared to the last ones that I saw where they were like big and bulky and they
Yeah, like
were.
the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. That's what I always remember. They had these big bulky
Yeah.
suits, and these things is like, dude, did you get these things at where did you go to Michael's or what? You went to Spencer's, right? That's where they went. They went to
Mhm.
Spencer's and got the costumes. I don't know. It just
They looked
the
good though.
helmets, everything. It didn't look real.
But they
And
looked
then did you see the
comfortable.
guys? Did you
Yeah.
see the guys loading them in the capsule?
Uh
They
huh.
had, I guess it was really snaps on the back of their gear, but it looked like the dots that you wear when you do the CGI movement when they put you in front of the green screen, and they have the dots on the people so that when they
Hey,
move, they
don't be
get
saying
that
that.
movement.
Don't be saying that. Flat earthers would be saying there's a green screen. That was just a green screen. That's all it
after
is. They didn't really go nowhere.
no, after all, I mean the Earth is flat. I've
I
seen that
know,
on
it's a dome.
Facebook, so I mean it's
How they going to
flat.
get out of the top of the dome? So
That deserves
speaking
another rim shot. Where did it go? That's just too good.
speaking of space, did you know that human urine can make concrete on the moon? Have you
Concrete
heard
on the
about
moon.
that?
Um, well, kind of, sort of. I mean, I know the moon has a higher, oh, goodness gracious, great googly moogly.
Uh,
I think it's a higher nitrogen
it might be.
content than what we have here on Earth. The soil as you were that is there, or the rocks, but they have a higher. So yeah, um,
Well,
the ammonia and the nitrogen. Yeah, I could see where it would make you Viagra on the planet, sort of.
the Europe Space Agency said that urea, the main organic compound of urine, would make the mixture for lunar concrete more malleable before it hardens, so it's not going to be as it won't
Rigid.
fall apart as easy. They
Right.
said that human urine could one day become a useful ingredient in making that concrete. They recently studied it and said the main component, da da da, they repeated a lot in here, uh, was very sturdy after it dried. It noted that using only materials available on site for a moon base or other construction would reduce the need to launch supplies from Earth. The main ingredient would be a powdery soil found on the moon surface, known as lunar regolith. I think that's how you say it.
Regolith.
Regolith. ESA said urea, which can break hydrogen bonds and reduce the viscosity of fluid mixtures, would limit the amount of water necessary in the recipe. Uh, so let's see, it's saying that 1.5 liters, which is 3.2 pints for all of you beer drinkers out there, of liquid waste a person generates each day could
So
become a
about three
promise.
beers.
Yeah, so it could become a promising byproduct for space exploration. On Earth, it is used as an industrial fertilizer, which I did not know, and a raw material by chemical and medical companies. The hope that astronaut urine could be essentially used as it is on on the lunar base, with minor adjustments to the water content. This is very practical and avoids the need for to further complicate the sophisticated water recycling systems in space.
Hydrogen. That's what it was. They have a hydrogen up there that's more jacked than our hydrogen here. So yeah, that would make perfect sense. So we could actually populate and build quite a lot up on the moon. All we need to
Mm-hmm.
do is pack up a few hundred cases of Coors Light. It kind of runs through you real quick, and buddy, they could build a megalith that would knock your socks off.
Did you ever see?
It wouldn't take long.
Did you ever see the movie? I think it's called The Alien, or not? Maybe not The Alien. Can't remember, but it had that Matt dude in it, where they leave him on
Matt Damon,
Mars. No.
and they're walking in the. Oh, okay, on Mars, he stays alive by planting his own garden
Well,
because
apparently
of him,
they already had like a
and that works
thing, and
because
he went
trust
on
me,
and
I've
yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. That was a pretty good movie, even though it
and
was
that
kind of
does
long
work
and drawn out.
because Korea seems to use that as their main source of fertilizer as well. Because the first thing that you smell when you step off the plane in Korea is that particular aroma, and they have rice
Phew.
paddies
Mm,
everywhere.
mm,
Come in, mommy.
yuck,
Come on, calling.
yuck, yuck.
Is that me that's doing that,
No, it's probably
or
my
is that
chair.
us that's doing that?
It's probably my chair. I need a new chair. I need a
Probably
lot
what
of
it is. I keep
things.
looking to see if people are typing, and it's like I hear ding dings and no
Ah,
dong dongs.
unless
Well, we
they're
got three of us
messaging
over
you,
on
I don't know because
Blue.
everybody's gotten quiet on us.
Uh-oh, we scared them away. Bad breath.
Mhm.
I knew I forgot deodorant this morning.
I took a shower right
That's
before,
what
so
it
I
was.
will not claim that one. I even put deodorant on.
That's funny. Hey, I got a story about a dude who was on a plane flight, decided to have himself a snack of sorts.
Okay,
A
nothing wrong with
man who
that.
took a slice of pizza on a plane with him pulled it out during the journey for a tasty snack, but his efforts to reheat the meal left the other passengers very confused. Long haul flights often mean relying on airline food to help get you through, and standards can differ greatly depending on who you choose to fly with. Many stock up on snacks in the airport just in case, hoping that that overpriced packet of chips and maybe a few sweets, usually it's peanuts, and is all that your body needs for 24 hours to live. Having pizza on board is nothing but a distant dream for most of us. But one passenger who clearly prepared in advance appears to have saved his life as his mid journey snack. At first, it seemed like a genius move. Who wouldn't pizza, pepperoni on an airplane. I guess it'd be better than hearing a knock on the door. Domino's. Yeah, I didn't think they would. Except the guy didn't know what to do.
What if the guy was standing out on
So
the
at
wing with the
first,
pizza? Here's your pizza.
yeah. And naturally, social media took to complain about his choice of what to do. So instead of asking the crew, say, "Hey, stewardess, could you throw this in the microwave and nuke it for a few seconds?" Nope. The guy held it up above his head. You know those overhead lights that you have running
Mm-hmm.
down the length of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he held it up by there for a while, and some people got a picture of him. He looked over at one guy and says, "Yeah, just warming up some leftovers." It racked up more than 8,300 likes. Some others weren't quite as happy about it. One guy commented, "You just can't fix stupid." Hey, you know.
Ah,
Another said, "That's an LED light. It doesn't put out heat." But a third argued it could actually have worked, citing a personal experience. "I actually got burned from touching that light after hours of it being switched on." And plenty
ah,
of other people just relieved that it wasn't another picture of somebody
that's
putting their
funny.
bare feet on the front seat in front of them.
Hey,
One
I'd rather
person
somebody
replied,
be
"I'm
cooking a
disgusted,
pizza. Wouldn't you?
but it could definitely be worse." Hey,
Ah.
warming up a piece of pizza on an aeroplane. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, geez, oh, Pizza Louise. Oh. Of course, now
Mm.
see if he would have brought penis pizza.
No, I
Of
would
course, now
rather
see
have
if he would have
somebody
brought
cook.
enough for the whole class.
I'd rather
I'll
somebody
bet you
be cooking
nobody
a
would
piece
have
of pizza than having
complained,
their
grumbled,
feet.
grumbled, mumbled, or bitched.
Ugh. Um.
He just
Yeah.
didn't bring enough for the whole class.
I remember back when I was a kid, we used to fly, and I remember they always had these little like sandwich meals. And now they don't give you. You're lucky if you get crackers.
I haven't been on a plane since they started the grope and feel before you board uh, system.
I've never been groped and felt yet. I do have to go through the big
Oh,
thing,
you
and
poor thing.
but they
Well,
haven't. I
Thailand
don't
Fest is coming.
want to. Yuck. No, I'll pass on that.
What, being groped and felt?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
the
poor
stuff
thing.
that's there that's ready to grope and feel, no, I'll pass on that. Yeah,
Oh, you mean them? Oh, okay. I just thought you
yeah.
meant in general.
Most
I
of
wasn't
them
sure.
are not. Yeah, I'll pass. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Not something that I want to do.
That yeah, but since they started all that crazy crud, yeah, I haven't been in the air since. Oh goodness gracious, when was the last time I flew? Oh, something or another, five ish, maybe five, six, four, five
That long?
ish. Yeah, it's been a couple of days. Avon calling. Yeah, I haven't been in a plane. I would like to take a train again.
I've
I've been
never
on
taken a
trains growing
train.
up.
That's something that I would like to
Oh,
do.
you haven't?
No, I have never.
Oh, trains are fun.
No,
It really, really is.
I've thought about it, but I just never have. But then you
Let's see,
see
the
that
last
one show that has a huge train wreck, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. If I crash in a plane,
trains
hopefully
don't
I'll
wreck
just
very often.
die. But a train, you got more of a chance of living and being damaged.
Yeah, planes have farther to fall than a train does, but
Hmm.
you very seldom hear of a train having any accidents. As a matter of fact, there was a derailment right here in town, and everybody, like we all chit chat the breeze on Zoom, y'all have seen my house and the train tracks. They're like that close. Your default speaker change to speaker two will now be used. Why did my speaker switch on?
Can you not hear?
That's interesting.
No, it was a pepperoni pizza, not sausage pizza. Mikey says it was a sausage pizza. Are you there? Leprechaun. Did Leprechaun lose his thing? Uh-oh.
I'm rehooking up speakers.
Oh, 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 oh,
That's
oh,
weird.
oh. Well, I'm going to play this video that I think everybody will get a big laugh out of. Um, they say that no matter what's wrong, whether you're handicapped or whatever, you can still manage to do whatever you want to do. And apparently, this guy wanted to rob somewhere.
Keep talking. I'm here.
Oh, the
I'm just looking.
video's going, but it's like in another language, I think. But
You think?
yeah, but yeah, I think I've seen it all now. Just seeing someone holding a gun with their toes. I mean, yeah,
Oh my
I've seen it
God.
all now. I have seen it all now.
That's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably have to give him the stuff just for the fact of him doing it.
Like I said,
Oh
it
my
doesn't
God.
matter what's wrong. He's totally paralyzed, and apparently he's mute. So I'm assuming the talking was coming from the people behind the counter. But hey, he could hold that gun with his toes.
That's just funny, isn't it?
I have
Oh.
officially seen it all.
Yep. I'm, mhm.
Speechless!
And
Totally
for me, that's
speechless.
pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'd like to see him at the range.
That is talent. That's talent. That's all you can say. That is just,
Yes, it is. Did you get everything fixed over there? Are you fixed?
we'll just have to do
I said,
it.
did you get everything fixed over there? Oh, you gotta get your headphones back on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I guess not.
Nothing.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
I
Well,
love technology.
I have another thing for everybody to watch then. It is the Grim Reaper at the beach. Let's see if we can get this one going here. Okay, here we go.
I'm dressed as the Grim Reaper.
After being closed for more than a month, during the height of tourism season, Walton County beaches are back open.
We went boogie boarding and swimming.
After weeks of being shut in at home,
I love
hundreds of people
technology.
from near and far are flocking to Walton County beaches to feel the sand in their toes and the salt water on their skin.
I love the beaches being open. I've been in self-isolation for 2 months. This is just wonderful.
But one local lawyer says not so fast.
We are dealing with a deadly virus. I think it's too soon to draw thousands of millions of people to our beaches.
Daniel Olfelder is an outspoken Florida Beaches for All advocate, but he says when it comes to the coronavirus, the beaches should remain closed.
But the message is that I love our beaches. I know how important it is to come to our beaches and that it's such a draw to our community that people will come from all over. And I want us to be able to get back to using our beaches permanently as soon as possible. And if we do this too quickly, we won't get there.
While he was walking on the beaches today, visitors were unfazed as they tried to maintain social distancing while enjoying the Gulf.
We're down here from Alabama and couldn't be happier that they opened today.
Walton County commissioners say it's important that people continue to social distance so they don't have to go back and close the beaches again.
So, anybody want to
Bitches
go
love
to
technology.
Walton Beach? Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Yay! He's
I don't know.
back!
The speakers just cut out. They quitted. Right in the middle of us doing our thing.
I know, right? Bad headphones. bad headphones.
I know, and I don't have. They were working just fine.
That's
They're
why I
completely
use trusty,
charged.
dusty little plug-in headphones. I ain't gotta worry about it. Oh.
Smarty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what would you do if you were sitting at the beach and some guy comes up to you with a Reaper outfit on? You don't need to be at the beach. There's still COVID.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Oh, so what else you got for us?
What else? Well, all kinds of goodies. Let's see. I do have, for your listening pleasure,
Okay.
the experts at Domino's have revealed a method to reheat pizza quickly in the microwave without turning the crust soggy, and it's an absolute game changer.
Wait a minute,
If
wait a
you're
minute, wait,
able to-
wait. Is that to get in an airplane and hold it up to the light?
No, you don't hold it. That's reheating. It's a single piece. See, this guy didn't have the microwave. He should have had the microwave. Or it would have been a whole mo better.
Okay, so what is the best way to heat it up without making it soggy?
According to the story, if you're unable to scarf an entire large pizza in one sitting and you have extras, a lot of people think it tastes even better right out of the fridge the next day. The flavors seem to age and meld for a cleaner, smoother taste. But according to Domino's, if you take it out, put it in the microwave, take the cold pizza, put it in the fridge. Okay, baby. If you're one who has to reheat it, here's what you do: you take your crust, set it on your plate in the microwave, put a cup of water with it. When you nuke it, that water keeps your pizza from turning all limp. It keeps it firm. Now, to me, that seems like a backwards hack, because if you're putting moisture in there, you would think it would steam up and make it all soggy, but evidently it keeps it firm. They even suggest if you get advantageous, and you only nuke it for 30 seconds with that water. And they say if you feel really froggy, you can take 2 pieces of pizza, put them together with topping to topping, and get a waffle iron or a what are those, a panini press kind of thing, and reheat your pizza that way, and it too will warm it up without making it all limp and soggy, which makes sense because you're putting it between plates, the sandwich press, and making it all nice and warm and chewy and gooey. And pizza is good like that. But I never knew. I had never thought about putting, a glass of water in with the pizza as you nuke it. I said, thinking about it, it would make the pizza all.
I would think it would make it
mushy.
more soggy. But I don't know.
That's what I would think. But according to the yahoos at Domino's, it comes out all spiffy, good. It says it comes out just as good as if it had been delivered. So think about it. Sometimes some drivers don't get there within 30 minutes. It takes them seems like 3 days, and it's pretty cold by the time it gets there. But according to them, it says it comes out nice, warm, and refreshing, just like it would had they just brought it to you.
It's interesting. See, me myself, it depends on my mood.
It would be different.
I've been known to just grab it out of the refrigerator and eat it cold. It still tastes good. But if I want to heat it up, I don't do the microwave thing. I literally put it in a pan and throw it in the oven and reheat it that way. Make it a little crispy and stuff.
Okay.
To me, that tastes good.
You can throw it on a pie pan, toss it in the oven, do it that way. I've seen people put it in a skillet and do it like that on top of the stove.
Right.
Me, I'm pretty much just cold. Yeah.
I mean, I like it both
Hey,
ways. Like I
now
said,
this
it's
is
just
disgusting. Is all you're gonna think this is disgusting, but it really is pretty good. Take
what?
that cold piece of pizza out of the fridge, give it just a light coating of Miracle Whip, hit it with some lemon pepper.
Miracle Whip.
Good stuff, Maynard.
Now, see, the thing that I was
I
thinking
told you
is,
you were gonna go, huh?
well, when you were talking about using the, I call it a sandwich maker, the thing that comes together
Right.
and. So wouldn't
Right,
you
like a
be
panini
making the
press,
pizza into like a
waffle iron.
pizza sandwich? Because I mean, how are you gonna pull it apart once it's heated up? Isn't the cheese gonna all stick and everything else? So you're gonna have to eat it like that.
Right, then it would be like in my opinion, it would
Mm.
come out like a slice of calzone or
I'd
something.
rather just throw it in
Everything's
the
all
oven for
on the
like,
inside.
throw it in the oven for about 10, 15 minutes and yeah.
Okay, so let's see. It takes, what, 10, 15 minutes to heat the oven up. Another
Don't
10,
take that long.
15 minutes to heat your pizza up. So in 30 minutes, you could have called and had a fresh one, or 30-second it in the microwave with a cup of water.
Let's just say if I was really, really, really hungry right then I would eat it cold. But if I'm going to throw it in the oven, chances are I'm just like, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go on and prepare it. So it's not that big of a deal. I'll do something else while I'm waiting, and, voila, it's ready.
Nothing. See, that's what you do. Put it in, wait a little while, done. Run around the house, run the vacuum, do a load of laundry, make a sandwich. Oh, wait a minute. No,
Fold
make
the
a sandwich,
towels.
get pizza.
Yeah. It's always something else you can
There you go, fold
do.
the towels.
Yeah, fold the towels.
Always. There's always good life hacks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And speaking of life hacks,
Uh-huh.
it is getting warmer weather. People are in and out the front door, or you
Right.
crack the windows to try and get some fresh air in. And along with you, the critters and everybody else, the flies.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time of the year.
I hate the
where
flies.
Flies are coming in. Oh, I hate flies. Like I have a fly swatter in every single room. There's one in here. There's one in the kitchen. There's one in the TV room. I hate flies. I probably breathe I don't know, 5 cans worth of aerosol a year.
That can't be good for you.
Just fumigating. I hate bugs. Yeah, that's just me from going, oh, yeah, I'm a little bastard.
That can't be good.
Anyway, I've got a story about this. A gal came up with a hack to fix the critters in her kitchen.
Okay.
And here the story says, when the weather gets warm, we quickly find ourselves throwing open all the windows in the house, hoping to bring in that breeze or draft. But what usually happens is that we end up welcoming in a number of bugs, including flies. The buzzing little buggers fly around and annoy everybody and set your teeth on edge. One woman has found a way to stop that, and it's a little trip that didn't cost her a single penny to do, except for what she expended to start with. So, here's what you do. You take a plastic bag.
Okay.
put
Like a
water in
baggie?
it,
Like a baggie?
Like a baggie, clear
Okay.
baggie. Did I not send? No, I didn't send the picture. But yeah, just a clear plastic bag. She had a picture of her, looked almost like a t-shirt bag hung over her window. Clear, good clean water. 5 or 6 brand new pennies. Throw them in the bottom of the bag.
Do they have to be brand
Seal
new?
the bag. Hang that bag in your window. When the sun reflects off that bag, the water reflects and looks like water, which it is. And evidently, according to the story, flies don't like water. Let's get back to it. See, she shared a photo of a clear plastic bag hanging from her kitchen window. Inside the bag, some water, 6 shiny pennies. And she had to look it up to find out why it was working. And she found out that after her post went viral, the water and the pennies create a prism that reflects colors and also projects the image of the water. Flies don't like water, and they don't like the colors given off from the pennies. So the flies, having compound eyes, in other words, when they look at you, they see 27 of you. We've all seen the movie The Fly, where Jeff Goldblum gets all funky and looks at people and goes, ah. Well, anyway, the flies see that, so they leave that room. So I guess you have to hang it in a window that's going to get sun, so that when the rays come in, the water reflects it, bouncing it everywhere, anywhere, everywhere in the kitchen. And the pennies also add extra color to it and refract
Refract?
the refract the sunbeams, the sunlight off the shiny surface of the pennies. So in one,
But
so
wouldn't you have to hang them in your
30
doorways? Because isn't the object to keep them from flying into your house?
Okay, now if you hung it in your hallway, in the doorway, one, you're going to bump your head on it and definitely have water spilled all over your floor. It'll be like a water balloon. So that one probably. And how much sunshine do you get through your kitchen door?
My back door, which is the door that gets open and closed all the time, letting the dogs in and out, a lot.
So then is there a window next to your door as well?
It's too far away for
A
that.
wall and a door. Wall and a door, no window. See, I have
Well, the
windows
window's
in
down
every
further.
wall in my house.
Yeah.
My house is strange. There is window or windows here in the little computer room. There's 1, 2, 3 windows in this room.
No, I don't have that
There's
many.
1, 2, 3 or 4 in the bathroom. There's a great big one next to the door. There's 2 in the kitchen. Yeah, and every room in this house has windows. So yeah, you can. In the story, a lady says that she hangs one on her balcony outside to help keep the flies away.
Interesting.
And it said another gal puts Coke and sugar or honey in a bag outside to keep the wasps, and that doesn't mean white Anglo-Saxon person out of their house. You believe they mean those little critters, the waspies that fly around. Now, whether it would work on hornets or not, I don't know. But
Well, we do have those killer hornets coming.
No, we don't. You mean the giant Asian wasp?
Yes.
Yes, we have giant Asian wasps.
Yes.
Yeah, and they are quite large.
Yeah, I know, they are
about,
pretty big.
Oh, I don't know, 2 inches in length-ish. But the funny thing is, praying mantis really like them things. I guess it's like a
I've seen
Chinese
that. Yeah,
buffet.
I saw a video of that.
They eat one, and just 20 minutes later, they want another one.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty interesting, though.
You saw that video with that thing eating? And it was just like, man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, give me some more break. Talk about... if anybody was wondering where, like, they come up with the Walking Dead shows or the zombie movies, yeah, there it is. Just watch a brain.
That's funny.
Go for the head first, man. Eat the brains. I'm gonna eat the brains.
Ah.
And have you ever looked at a praying mantis? Have you ever had one like on your windowsill
Oh, yeah.
or on your, out where you can?
Oh, yeah.
And they have them big eyes, but they only have a single dot, and they watch you. Like, what are you doing? You gonna mess with me, boy?
Oh, yeah.
Fire truck you up. They got them arms all
Yeah. They're strange looking little creatures.
They big and bad as they come. Kind of like Leroy Brown, but they don't have anything to do with junkyards or dogs. I don't
So,
think.
what would you do if you saw a 93-year-old woman holding up a sign asking for beer? Would you go get her some?
Well, hell yeah, Granny. She needs a cold one. If I can have a cold one, why can't Granny have a cold one?
Well, a 93-year-old woman, she gets 150 cans of beer delivered to her door after a viral plea for more beer. Pennsylvania native Olive Veronese or something like that. I think it's Italian.
Sure wasn't Holly?
She was down to her last 12 beers last week, and she went viral asking for more with a cheeky whiteboard message. On Monday, the 93-year-old plea was answered when 150 cans of Coors Light were delivered to her doorstep. The Seminole, Pennsylvania resident is staying home during the corona epidemic and is unable to pick up more beer herself. So a relative of hers snapped a photo of her asking for additional supplies by holding up a dry erase board that read, "I need more beer." In the photo, she's smiling really wide, holding a can of Coors Light behind a closed glass door. "I have a beer every night. Something to relax, you know. I think it's nice. Something for a young lady." The image was posted to Facebook by CBS Pittsburgh on Thursday, and her relatable message quickly spread online. The message was shared more than 51,000 times and got thousands of comments, and it reached the right people, namely the Molson Coors Beverage Company, the maker of Coors Light. They told her the beer is on the way. That was what Coors twittered. So the brand kept its promise by delivering 150 cans of beer Monday. When we saw Olive's message, we knew that we had to jump at the chance not only to connect with someone who brought a smile to our faces during this epidemic, but also gave us a special opportunity to say thanks for being a Coors Light fan. That was what the spokesperson said. Even in the pre-COVID era, we would have been thrilled to fulfill Olive's request. But in this moment, during these unusual times, bringing a little bit of joy to someone's day is the least we can do. She was thrilled by the delivery and even updated her erase board to read, "Got more beer." I thought that was pretty cute. Oh, and I have
That's great.
I have a picture. Let's see here. Here it is. There is her picture. "Got more beer."
Kind of reminds me. Of Clara. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Got more beef.
Oh, I thought that was really
She
cute.
doesn't look that old.
I know.
She's pretty good for an old broad, actually.
You know what? Must
Well,
be
by
because
one standard, he'd probably go, "Yep, she's hot."
beer is good for you, right?
Keeps your kidneys working.
Uh-huh. Makes you go pee-pee for the cement.
Yeah, it'll help you make cement on the moon.
Yes.
Coors Light, they got it made. Send that up with that hydrogen, and hey, and you can make rocket fuel out of hydrogen too.
Yes.
That would be great.
Oh, I thought that was pretty
Excuse
funny,
me, I
though.
didn't mean to look too rudely on you. Well, beer is good, and you can't go wrong with beer. Although I don't know, teddy bears are a pretty close second.
That's true. That is very true. Would you like me to?
They're so cute and lovable.
Would you like me to play the video?
There's a. Let me read the story in the.
Oh, okay.
The Dutch theme park, Wallaby Holiday, put 22 oversized teddy bears into a roller coaster and filmed the ride, and it almost looks like they're coming to life out of sheer happiness. In the video published on Wallaby Holland's YouTube channel Wednesday, the bears, not beers. I have another one there. Yeah, I'll take two, please. The bears are riding a coaster called Untamed. True to its name, Untamed has 5 inversions and a 116-foot drop with maximum speeds of 57 miles an hour, according to Coaster Grotto, an online database that tracks roller coasters and theme parks around the world. Wallaby Holland reopened this week after being shut down due to the Wu-Tang Clap. But the park filmed the bears and the ride while it's still closed. That way, no one was hurt in the filming of the bears riding the roller coaster.
No bears were hurt while filming this.
And they look like they're loving every minute of it. Roll that beautiful bear footage, please.
All right. Here we go. Look at all those bears.
Don't hear us. Nobody sees us. There they go.
That's so cute.
They do look like they're having fun.
I know. They're so cute. Look at them.
That one almost did. That would be fun.
Look at them. They look like they're having so much fun.
Let's see if you didn't know better, Jack.
You'd think they were alive.
Buddies out there on a roller coaster, a whole coaster load of furries.
That is so cute.
That one corner, that last little pivot would probably make you toss your cookies.
Aww. How cute.
That's a good roller coaster.
How cute was that?
They needed to put a grow, right? I just cannot speak English tonight.
Oh, it's all
They
good.
needed to put a GoPro on the front of one of those bears.
I know, right?
would
That
be
was
cool.
so cute.
That was neat. Now, see, that's the kind of thing, and it looks like not quite, but almost. So that looked like a good spot. It did lose us, though.
Huh?
Did it lose us on
No.
Facebook? There we are.
Nope. It just takes a minute for it to catch up. We're ahead of it.
No, ketchup is Heinz.
So
And that story that we did a couple weeks ago where we were talking about the puzzle, I thought that it actually did have a logo on it in the middle.
yeah,
white
you
that
told me
said
about
Heinz.
that last week. That it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
was
red.
incorrect. Totally Schwarza. I mean, all
So-
red. The whole thing just red.
Did you say the little biscuits and gravy, the little two-faced kitten?
Oh, is that what they named it? Biscuits and gravy?
Yes, its name was Biscuit and Gravy. It was born in Oregon last week. They had two mouths, two noses, two sets of eyes, and well, it didn't last too long. It actually died. I think they said 4 days later.
Oh, wowzer.
It was having a really hard time eating. But it was a cute little thing. Is that not the cutest little thing?
It kind of looks like, because see, I can't make out detail myself very well. It kind of looks like they're holding that little thing that came out of Ripley, but in softer colors. What was that movie back in the 70s? Kind of, it looks like it's got its little mouth open, yeah, the eyes are there on the
Well,
side. And
The one
Teeth
mouth
open.
is open, the other mouth is closed, and the eyes weren't open as of the time that I saw the interview, which was last week when it was born.
Right.
So they didn't know if it was like the two right there in the middle were actually connected and actually one eye or two eyes. So, but I think they said it lived like 4 days, but it was just having a really hard time eating. It's so cute
Poor little
though.
oddities like that happen.
I know, but it was
Sometimes
cute.
they survive, and other times they don't. There's been instances where there's been, snakes that have come out with two.
I saw one
complete heads,
recently.
like a torso.
Yeah, I think I saw a snake that was two-headed recently too, but the kitty was cuter.
Much cuter.
Yes, the
Much,
kitty
much
was
cuter.
was
But I mean,
way
it does
cuter.
happen, and it does. They can live a normal and happy
Yes,
life.
yes, they can. They were
For a
hoping.
critter.
They were hoping that this one would, but it it didn't last very long, which was very sad.
Poor little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on a cheerier note, a gal in North Carolina was getting off work. They let her off early. She was working at a Smithfield packing plant, and as we all know, Smithfield has had some troubles lately, so they've been shutting places down. Anyway, the gal is on her way home, so she figured, what the heck? Got off early, stopped in the Quick Trip there, and bought her 3 tickets for the Cash 5 drawing that night in North Carolina. And as they were watching the numbers go by, it turned out that she had hit for
Wow.
$100,000.
I take
She
it.
started running around the house hollering, "We're rich, we're rich, we're rich." Poor young gal's name is Jessup. So if anybody wants to call her, anybody from North Carolina know a Jessup, she just got $100,000. And
I'd
she
take
was
it in a
jumping up and
heartbeat.
down and screaming and yelling and pinching herself. And she just said she couldn't believe it. But she wants to start her own janitorial business, which janitorial service sounds bad. So she wants to start a custodial service
Still sounds
on
bad.
her own. Be her own boss. Yeah. Custodial
Yeah.
engineer that we can deliver to your location. We scrub toilets. Yeah. The only
Nah.
engineer I know that has a brush.
Nah.
That's
I'll pass
funny.
on that. Anything has to do with work like that, no, I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm not into scrubbing floors or back. Yeah, no, pass.
Yeah.
But hey, for 100K, you can't go wrong. Let's see. How we doing on time there, darling? Getting close-ish or not?
Let's see here. We got about 5 minutes.
3-ish
That's
minutes
well,
or so?
about
Oh, 5.
3 minutes
Okay.
till the music starts.
Oh, okay, cool. So the music's going to cue up. Cool. So we can babble and this and that about everything.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have anything major planned coming up? I've got another story, but it's kind of guy wants to name his cat. Yeah, it's a longer story.
Not really.
Um,
Just trying to
Save it for
get
next
work.
week.
Work. You know.
And being a transcriptionist, there's no way you can really advertise, is there? Like on
I work for a
Facebook, YouTube,
company.
those
I'm
kind
just
of places.
I'm an independent contractor, but I still work for a company, and it's hard to
Right.
get work on your own because there's a company that I will not name who kind of monopolized the whole thing. So now, if you work for someone, chances are you're working under them. They hire these little
Even if
companies
you
like the
are-
one I
even
work
if you
for.
are with, say, Z, it's probably still Y that owns it because they're the big dogs
Mm-hmm.
on the block.
Yeah, I worked for them a long time ago before they became huge. But they're the ones that actually started the voice activation stuff. They sell all that Dragon stuff, the headphones with the mic that it sends everything to your
The
computer.
Dragon software, right? Did
Yep.
they develop that software
They developed it.
as well? Well, hey, you figure that would have made them millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I
right
guess
there.
it wasn't enough because now they decided to take all the small transcriptionist companies and make them even smaller. Yeah. So, but yeah, I work
It's
for a
called a
company that
monopoly.
gets their work from them. So it's really hard to. When I first started doing this, I actually had some companies that, and this was back in the days when you actually either used dictaphone, which was a telephone program, or
Right.
you use the little tiny micro cassettes, and they would record on the cassettes, and you
That's
would
how I
go
did all
and
my classes.
yeah, you would go and pick those up and transcribe them and print them out, and then take them back and pick up new tapes. But they don't do that anymore. Yeah, so
It's
don't
all
even-
digital now.
you don't even hardly
Email,
type anymore. Everything's edit. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm an editor now. I'm not a transcriptionist, even though I am a transcriptionist.
Ooh, add that to your resume, editor.
Yeah.
See, you're in charge. You're the editor.
No, I'm just an editor that goes through and makes sure all the commas and periods are there and the words are spelled right.
Oh, now that would be a proofreader.
Yeah, well,
Editor is, you know.
they call us editors. So what do you got planned for this week? Besides cutting your grass. And maybe more margaritas.
Yeah, mow the lawn. Get down the river at least one day this week.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I have a contractor coming to work on the house. My front door has been out of kilter and
Uh-oh.
the air blows around it badly. Needs to be
Ooh.
rehung
Yeah.
and for several years. And it's just been wet.
Now,
And we're finally going to get some dry days. So hopefully the contractors.
by going to the river, do you mean like you're going to take a float or a raft or something and you're going
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the Red River, the one we're going to play on at tie-dye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just 5 miles down the
Oh,
road.
so I
You
need
sit
to
in the
bring my
kayak,
bathing
you take
suit.
a couple of bottles of wine. Do what, honey?
I said, so I need to bring my bathing suit, huh?
whatever you wish to get wet in. I mean, we're going to be camping right along the river.
That's true.
The river is right behind us.
Well, everybody like and share, and we'll see y'all next Saturday.
Like and share, like and share. We love ya. That's me.
I can't see.
I can't believe my headphones went memory lands to the sky.
Ah.
And I had them charged, the little penile bastards. I don't know what to say. I normally have everything already. And for some reason, my mixer and mic, every so